Hi and welcome back. My name is Sonia de la Torre. I'm the founder of Greatness of Being and I'm a passionate life and energy coach. And in one of my previous videos, I shared with you that everything is energy, and I used a very cool metaphor to show you that. So if you haven't seen that video, it would be very worthwhile to go back and have a look. It's called Everything is Energy, Part 1. Today, I want to talk about what we do when we get overwhelmed, how we lose our energy, and most importantly, how we can get it back. And I'm going to share a simple but effective exercise that you can use for yourself when you get in a state of overwhelm. And why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you because I was dealing with this myself this morning. I had a huge to-do list. I had some personal stuff that I had to deal with. I felt overwhelmed. I felt like anxiety coming up. I felt my body getting tense. And I'm sharing this also because this happens to everybody. It happens to me as well than to you. The question is how to deal with it. That makes the difference. You can either stay stuck or you can do something about it. So I want to give you an exercise so that you can do something about it. And what we do when we get overwhelmed is we lose energy. We are all over the place. We are kind of like totally scattered. Our energy gets outside. We lose center and we don't have balance, and then we lose clarity. And in that state, we usually don't get anything done. So in order to get our energies back and to come back to center, I'm going to share with you an exercise. So here is step number 1. Step number 1 is to acknowledge your feeling. The first important step is to be aware that you are overwhelmed and to accept it, acknowledge it. And you can do it by simply saying to yourself, whoa, I'm overwhelmed. Okay. That's okay. That's totally normal. I accept it. Don't judge it. Don't stress out about it. Nothing is wrong with you. You just acknowledge and accept it. Everybody gets overwhelmed at times. So you say, I'm overwhelmed. Acknowledge it. Okay, great. Step number 2 is breathe. Yeah, you can take a nice breath now. Usually when we get overwhelmed, we stop breathing properly and our body gets tense. And in that moment when we get tense and overwhelmed, we go into a fight or flight response. And then our brain doesn't work properly anymore. We get anxious and we don't get anything done. So take a few nice deep breaths. Really deep breath and consciously relax your body. And imagine with each breath that you come back to center, that you bring your energy back to yourself. You know, everything that's scattered around you, you just really come back to center, come back to your core. And do that a few times until you feel your body is relaxing a little bit and that you breathe properly again. Great. When you've done that, the third step is to get distance. Get distance means you literally step out of the situation and you look at it from the outside. You become a watcher, an observer, and you focus on the solution instead of the problem. Yeah, it's a very important step to get distance. Step number 4 is get clear on your priorities. We often have so many things that we think we have to do that we get overwhelmed. So get very clear on what is it that I have to do and what is it that I really need to do today or right now. And only choose the most important things. Get very clear on your priorities. And then step number 5 is take action. When we get overwhelmed, we often freeze inside, we are paralyzed, and we don't move anymore. So to stay in flow of energy, to stay in movement is very important. But here's the thing. Take action with only one thing that you choose from your priorities. You choose to only do one thing, and it doesn't make a difference how small the step is. The most important thing is to keep moving, to keep your energy flow. And step number 6 is very important. Step number 6 is celebrate. Yes, celebrate, because we often, what do we do when we get overwhelmed and we don't get the things done that we want to do? We judge ourselves. We get stressed out about it. We think, what's wrong with me? I'm not good enough, and all these things. So celebrate the fact that you've done something, that you took action, that you even tried to get out of overwhelm. That's huge already. So take a moment to really celebrate that. Great. So these are the 6 steps to get out of overwhelm. And don't worry if it doesn't work out right away. You might have to do it a few times. You need to practice it a few times. But keep doing it until you really feel more calm, more centered, and more relaxed in your body. And you will see that your mind is also going to be more clear as well. Let me know how this works for you. Leave me a comment, or if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. And I even have a little bonus for you today. If you would like to receive this exercise as a handy one-page document, go to my channel, subscribe, and leave me a comment or message with your email address, and I will send it to you right away. Great. Thank you very much for watching this video with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful, successful, but relaxed day. Much love.